Why is it that Meg always has the smoke for a certain demographic, but when Andrada is literally telling her to her face, my connection with Dejan is better than yours, and I'm still going to get to know your man, she's just smiling and smile and wave, boys. Just smiling and nodding. But Melisha, Caprice, Billy Kiss, there were issues. You were going to go crazy. But Andrada, why is she so different? Tonight's Love Island, yeah, it gave me the energy that I needed. I had a good time watching it, that's for sure. It was really nice to see Helena get told a lot of things, but still, that woman does not care. No. Harry can fuck a woman in front of Helena. And this woman, Helena, will be like, oh, babe, should I join? She'll watch her man cheat. And she'll be like, oh, should I join, babe? There's no telling her off. There's no saying anything. There's just no point. So obviously we came back. Tommy has recoupled. And obviously Emily had to go home. He felt bad. Actually, before that, how can I forget that? The two girls came back. So Yaz and Rio. And Yaz was like, yeah, she definitely felt like, Giorgio had kind of given her mixed messages. And it's true, because why were you kissing her if you weren't interested? I feel like Giorgio was trying to be a player because obviously he was influenced by all the boys, and he's like, nah, I'm not built for this. I think that's what happened. And then Rio was just like, yo, I'm not even going to tell you everything this man said. Harry said, nah, tell. And she starts saying, oh, lots of kissing in bed, da, 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 da. And then Emma pipes up. She's like, oh, I think you said something about endgame. And he's like, yeah, I said that, but I guess it wasn't. And then Jamie was like, this is a pattern. It's a pattern. And then, no, he was like, you need to wake up. And then Harry was like, what, me? And he's like, no, like, this is a pattern that keeps happening. Everyone was just jumping on her. Rio was like, you deserve a lot more respect than this. Even Maya Jam, because obviously Helena just like, just doing her laughing. And Maya was like, this you're laughing. Is it that you don't care? Or are you don't want to address your feelings? Like, what's all of this laughing? She was dogpiled on. And yet this woman did not want to shine her eyes and actually see what is in front of her. She has no respect for herself, and no one can actually force her to have any respect for herself. That's it. Because I think she's clearly been surrounded by yes men who continue to encourage her stupidity. And that's why she keeps moving the way she moves. Then Ben piping up and saying that, oh, Lauren gave Harrison everything he needed in 3 days that you couldn't give in 2 weeks. That means pussy. That's what it means. It means Lauren gave up the cookie and Tony did not. That's it. But Ben needs to shut up. That man actually does not think. I honestly think that he just doesn't think. I don't know. I don't think he's malicious. I just think he does not think. Yeah. He's just a bit slow, just tiny bit. Just the tiny. Even Shakira was like, 2 brain cells up there. Yeah, 2. Then Harry and Helena like have a chat after, and Harry says, oh yeah, so there was like a truth or dare game, and they said who's more attractive, Helena or Emma, and I said Emma, and she's like, oh Harry, that's so bad, How can this man tell you to your face that he finds his ex more attractive than you, and you're there laughing with him? Is this normal, babe? Like, what's going on up there? I'm really worried. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm really, really worried. Then, as I said, Andrada has a chat with Meg and just says, yeah, I'm going to get to know your man. And she's just there, kiki and laughing. Harrison has a chat with Tony and he's flirting with her. Why are you flirting? Harrison knows what he's doing. He knows that he's still got Tony wrapped around his finger. And I feel so bad for Tony. Tony, stand up! Stand up! Your mum won't be happy. Stand up, Tony! God. And then Helena and Harrison then... Helena and Harry then had a chat after Andrada had like exposed his antics. Because Andrada was like, yeah, you need to talk to him. Because he was mad disrespectful. You can't let him. And then Helena goes there and she's just laughing again. And she just does not stand on business. She doesn't tell this man off. She literally has, her self-esteem is in hell. Hell in her. It's peak. I'm so sorry. You can't actually teach anyone to have self-esteem or teach anyone to love themselves or know that they deserve to be loved in the right and respectful way. I just don't know. And then Harry and Harrison are in the like change in the bedrooms, whatever. And then Harrison's just like, how do you get away with everything? And then Harry's just like, yo, I just do. And he's like, don't worry, you're gonna be on my level soon, fam. Not Harry trying to recruit more demons. Crazy. And I found it so fake how Helena and Meg were bitching about Andrada. And as soon as she comes walking down the stairs, like, you are babes? Yeah, oh yeah, good night, Ashiri Titu. That's crazy. And then Tony has a chat with Shakira on the terrace, and obviously she's a lot more upset than she thought she would be when she saw like Harrison and Lauren like, you know, in the pool doing up. Even Harrison, that man is so annoying. So I just need Tony to stand up, and she needs to focus on cash, like cash, dollar, cash. That's what you need to focus on. Then Andrada. No. Emma and Helena have a chat, and I love that because Emma just kind of put Helena in her place in a way, but she just said, and it was funny because the first thing that came out of Helena's mouth was like, do you want, like, are you here for Harry? Go, no, she's not. And then she just said, yeah, the way that you've been moving is kind of crazy, sneaking away to the hideaway, all of that. And then I think in the confessional, Helena was just like, so I don't really know about Emma, she just basically told me that I'm a doormat and she just needs to get over a relationship that ended a year ago. Babe, not you thinking you've been chosen. Oh my, like, she's actually so deluded. I couldn't believe that. I was like, wow, so that's what you've taken away from that conversation, that, oh wow, you've been picked by a man who's a cheater and you're happy with that. You know what? Do you? Connor and Emma then have a chat, and it's so interesting how Connor just doesn't like it when women have a voice. But when it was Megan that was piping up at everything, he never had an issue. But Billy Kiss decided to stand up for herself. You had an issue. Shakira standing up for herself, you have an issue. And now Emma standing up for herself, you have an issue. I wonder what the common denominator is there. It's weird. I don't like it. And then I found the chat with Andrada and Dejan really funny because she was basically trying to trap Dejan to be like, oh, so do you want to rip my clothes off? Do you want to... Like, she would ask him stuff so that he would say it, so that she would have evidence to be like, yeah, he said this, he said that. Anyway, after flirting with her now, Meg then takes Dejan for a chat. And then she's just like, what's stopping you from... She was just chatting. Sis was just talking. And she said, what's stopping you from closing things off? This man's like, I will paint the sky red for you. Dejan thinks he's, oh my God, he's actually insane. He's crazy. Then anyway, she gave him an ultimatum and the conversation ended. But what I've realised, yeah, Meg and Helena, they're actually fake friends to each other. That's not a true friendship whatsoever. Because Meg is confiding in Harry, a demon, number one, saying, why is Dejan moving like this, blah, 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 blah. Number one, Harry has done a lot worse to your so-called friend Helena, and you've never stopped Helena from going back to Harry. I'll just stop there. Then Harry and Helena then have a chat, and then they're both like, yeah, Dejan is playing a game. They've clocked Dejan's behaviour now. They can see it's a game plan. And even Helena's like, yeah, there's no spark between them. Have you told your girl that? You're a fake friend? All of them are fake friends. No, not happy with it. Sorry, hay fever is actually offending me today. And then Dejan pulls Andrada for a chat to shut things off because obviously Meg gave him an ultimatum. And then he goes off to Meg to be like, yeah, after you gave me an ultimatum and I wanted to like walk away. But, when there's love, pride can't be there. So I want to close things off with you. And the fact that this man said he wants to close things off and Meg just was like, the only reason you've said that now is because of what I've told you. Like she just went, and then... After all of this, what do we have? Movie night tomorrow. Movie night is going to be absolute carnage. Oh my God, there's going to be blood, sweat and tears. Obviously not from Helena because she actually doesn't care about herself at all, but from Meg. And I really hope Meg makes her decision not to be with Dejan after movie night. Because I don't want a situation where she's like, yeah, okay, let's close things off and then movie night happens. No. I want her to see everything. I want her to, Dejan, they're going to tear your pants. They're going to expose your antics from the beginning.